Agarter decides to take a trip to Innsbruck, Austria, home of the world's largest archive of Iceman images.
Now we want to study the X-ray pictures about the right side of the chest, because in this position there are rib fractures.
At the University of Innsbruck, Professors Zerneden and Seidler examine the X-rays.
So I think that's a fracture we don't actually know. Was it before death or was it after death because of the ice pressure?
But for Agarter, the evidence of the fracture itself is inconclusive. Returning to Bolzano, he decides to take matters into his own hands. Under armed guard, he brings the mummy to make his own X-rays. New images he hopes will tell him more. As the first X-rays emerge, there's bad news. An odd black spot on the chest near the lungs. It might be the first sign of decomposition. Did the defrosting do more damage than they realized? Agarter is worried. The next morning, he calls in an eminent local radiologist, Dr. Paul Gossner.
7 bis 8 Zentimeter einig.
The black spot turns out to be a false alarm. Focused on the chest, they almost don't notice a strange item in the upper left shoulder, until Gossner's eye falls on a small, dark object. What is it? It's clearly not a part of the Iceman's anatomy. It must be some kind of foreign object. There's no way to tell for sure from the X-rays. They decide to bring the mummy to the hospital for a more high-tech approach, a CT scan. The trip isn't easy. On the way over, the mummy must be kept on ice the whole time. Inside the CT machine, it's scanned in a series of slices. In all, more than 1,000 pictures. Assembled together in the computer, they can be rendered in 3 dimensions. As Gossner and Agarter watch anxiously, the first images take shape. A virtual Iceman.